5, Minnesota Governor and Vice Presidential candidate Tim Walz speaks to young voters at UW Eau Claire.
And celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day in La Crosse.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
And indeed, those candidate visits continue for our region. VP candidate Tim Walz in Eau Claire today.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergott was there and has the latest. Allison.
Governor Tim Walz was joined by Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar and Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin to tell UW Eau Claire students to get out and vote.
We are the battleground state. No pressure.
With important Senate races and a presidential election right around the corner, Democrats are focusing on western Wisconsin, specifically the area's young voters.
We need you. This is not hyperbole. I think it's very realistic to believe that this race will be won going through Wisconsin.
In a speech to UW Eau Claire students, the group of speakers focused on issues that interest young voters.
We know overwhelmingly Americans support your freedom to make your own health care choices. We know overwhelmingly Americans want us to be safe from gun violence. We know overwhelmingly people believe in climate change and think there's things that we can do.
Young voters are an important demographic for Democrats. Among likely voters ages 18 to 29, Vice President Kamala Harris holds a 31-point lead over former President Donald Trump.
You could be the difference. Eau Claire County could be the difference. This campus could be the difference.
But it can be an issue to get young people to vote. Reportedly, only half of 18 to 29-year-olds actually cast a ballot.
We think when more people vote, that's a better thing. When more people get access to the ballot box and when more people are engaged, then your government looks more like the people they represent and we get better policies.
And in their push to improve youth voter turnout, Democrats are appealing to the power of peer-to-peer connections.
And I'm telling you, I've seen this happen. If one person talks to somebody, they will come and do it. You can get them to vote.
Following his event here at UW Eau Claire, Governor Walz headed to Green Bay for a political event he has scheduled with Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers. Reporting in Eau Claire, Allison Fergott, News 8 Now.
Allison, thanks very much. Presidential candidate Kamala Harris will be visiting La Crosse this Thursday.
Details on the time and location are still unknown at this time. Wisconsin GOP Chairman Brian Schimming released a statement following Walz's visit to Eau Claire, stating in part, while middle-class families in Wisconsin demand change, Democrats have decided to place their hopes in a Vikings fan with a propensity for lies and exaggerations to explain away Kamala Harris's lackluster record.
U.S. Senators Tammy Baldwin and Amy Klobuchar are inviting voters to a meet and greet in Trempealeau County today. The pair are stopping in a family-owned farm in Osseo as part of Baldwin's Working for Our Families tour. They emphasize the stakes of the upcoming election and the importance of western Wisconsin, while also addressing plans to fight for women's reproductive rights and to battle inflation. Baldwin says rising prices especially impacts those who rely on Social Security.
I was raised by my grandparents. I saw at an early age the meaningful difference that Social Security and Medicare made in our family's lives. And I will promise you that I'm fighting to make it stronger and solvent for generations to come.
Baldwin is one of the candidates participating in debates this week. She'll face off against GOP candidate Eric Hovde for U.S. Senate in Madison Friday night at 7. And State Senate District 32 candidates Brad Pfaff and Stacey Klein will face off at the La Crosse Center on Wednesday at 2:30. Now, both debates will broadcast on 8.2 and stream on news8000.com and the 8+ app.
Yeah, Allison Fergott will be a panelist on the U.S. Senate debate. I'll be a panelist for that state Senate debate, so lots to look forward to politically as we wind closer to the election. Meanwhile, Greg, I was glad I was wearing long sleeves today while walking the dogs. Sure felt like fall out there.
It was temperatures that you would typically see for Halloween for really this time of year. So we still got chilly conditions, and some areas tonight will have frost potential there, especially areas that haven't seen it. If you look right now at the map, areas outside of this area have already seen their frost or freeze, so they're pretty much done with the growing season. But further south, some of these areas have not. That's why tonight a frost advisory, meaning temperatures could get below 32. Now this evening we still have a few showers that could come through. We have another little weak wave that's pushing south later this evening, so shower chances increase a little bit for Eau Claire, and especially further north you go. Now it's going to be chilly showers. We're talking about upper 30s to near 40 by the time we get to 10 p.m. La Crosse may see that opportunity for a shower or sprinkle later in the evening. Temperature still around 43, 41 degrees. Any rain amounts with this would be fairly light. Right now you can kind of see a lot of the showers are to the east of the area and north, kind of towards Wausau. But that area is beginning to rotate, and further showers are beginning to push south into the area with the sprinkles. So if you kind of time that out, yes, we do have a little bit of pink and even blue up there east of Rusk County. So some of that could mix in with a little bit of snow up in those areas. Otherwise, we're going to see more of that tonight. So later on, we'll kind of break down what it looks like going forward and when we eventually do warm up. So if you want the 70s, we do have that in the forecast. Let's give it a couple days and we'll be back there. But it's going to be chilly in the meantime.
All right, but those 70s are coming back.
They are coming back.
All right. What a weird fall we're in the midst of. Thank you, Greg. Well, since it's a federal holiday, most banks are closed, and Ultra Federal Credit Union employees are turning their day off into a day of service. Across the area, Ultra volunteers are rolling up their sleeves for the annual Ultra Gives Back Day initiative. Over at Hamilton Elementary, crews are getting their hands dirty in the school's food forest, a project run by Grow La Crosse. One volunteer says it feels good to know she's making a difference in the community.
It's just a nice way to give back to our individual communities and the areas that we live and work.
This marks the 7th year of Ultra's community service event, with over 25 teams dedicating their time in La Crosse alone.
A routine flush.
How hydrant flushing could cause some changes to your running water after the break.
ADHD, ADD, mouth breathing, and bedwetting are signs your child may have a myofunctional disorder. If left untreated, it may cause other health problems. There is help with myofunctional therapy at Allen Dental. Contact Allen Dental today to schedule your evaluation.
Politics these days stinks. Too much hot air, and you know what else. But I'm no stranger to putting in a hard day's work and getting the job done. I have a history of bipartisan accomplishments. It's a hard job, but I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty. I can reach across the aisle and pass good bills just as easily as I can walk across the barnyard with my shovel. So whether it's doing chores on the farm or passing bills in Madison, I'm Steve Doyle, and I'm ready to get back to work for you.
Ever have one of those days? Yeah, one of those days. We're here to make your day brighter. Q Ultra's A+ accounts, turning bad days into A+ days. Say hello to convenience and security with online and mobile banking, contactless debit cards, and mobile wallet. Plus, better rates, no minimum balance, and no fees. Make every day an A+ day. Open your account online today or stop by your local Ultra office. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life, one stress-free day at a time.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for 27 years. They've always taken care of me. But when they asked me to talk to you about their special customer event, Us Days, I said, I gotta get in shape. So they sent me this Hollywood trainer. Oh, this guy's no joke. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers.
Now let's try burpees.
Us Days is back at U.S. Cellular. Current customers get $1,200 off any phone, plus $400 off any tablet.
Kamala opened our borders and supported amnesty for illegal immigrants, making them eligible for Social Security and Medicare. Their open borders will bankrupt Social Security and Medicare, hurting American seniors. Senator Baldwin supports making illegals eligible for free benefits and voted for higher taxes on Social Security. Now she's lying about Eric Hovde again. The truth, Eric Hovde will always protect Social Security.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
I am your father.
At Allen Dental, we have hope for excessive snoring and disrupted sleep. Come to us for myofunctional therapy and oral sleep appliance.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Celebrating history and tradition.
The La Crosse community is recognizing Indigenous Peoples Day at the La Crosse Center. News 8 Now's Grace Monk has the details.
Ken and Emily, the city of La Crosse and Ho-Chunk Nation have come together once again to celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day, a day that honors and recognizes some of the earliest members of our communities. Indigenous Peoples Day is a holiday that celebrates and honors Native Americans. In 2021, President Biden issued the first ever proclamation of Indigenous Peoples Day. Since then, La Crosse has celebrated the day by indulging the community in the Ho-Chunk Nation tradition. Members of the Ho-Chunk Nation say the celebration helps educate community members and keep traditions alive.
We didn't die. We're still here, and we have a vibrant culture. A lot of us are fortunate enough to know our languages and know our traditional ways, and we want to keep that going for all of our future generations.
Today's event in La Crosse isn't the only celebration happening. The National Eagle Center in Wabasha is honoring the day by holding an eagle viewing that is free to the public. Reporting in La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Okay, thank you, Grace. And the event, of course, had lots of vendors and performances and even a traditional game of lacrosse.
Well, hydrant flushing is now underway in La Crosse. This routine maintenance ensures a clean, healthy water supply. So residents may experience temporary low water pressure and discoloration, which could affect your laundry. If water is discolored, run a basement faucet or bathtub for a few minutes until it clears up. The flushing should take 2 to 3 days.
Well, attention caffeine lovers, a new coffee shop is literally dropping into La Crosse this morning. 7 Brew Coffee brought in cranes to lower their modular building into the Goodwill parking lot on Mormon Coulee Road. This marks the national chain's second shop in our viewing area, joining another location in Eau Claire on North Claremont Avenue. 7 Brew's regional manager says it's a quick stop to add to your morning routine.
It's a drive-through only coffee shop. We do have a walk-up that will have a picnic table for sit-downs if people would like to sit, but other than that is going to be 2 drive-through lanes.
And there may be more locations coming to the city. According to a release from the company, they say this is a, quote, a major step in bringing 7 Brew to La Crosse. The new location is set to officially open sometime in late 2024.
Folks are already starting to buy holiday presents for some loved ones.
All you need to know about the deadlines on holiday shipping dates when we come back.
We got below average temperatures, but we're going to climb right back up into the 70s. A breakdown of when that happens, and if we got any precipitation in the forecast. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Did you know the Habitat Restore sells more than used furniture, fine tools, lumber, decor, and more at the Restore. Open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come shop at the Habitat Restore in La Crosse.
I'm Stacy Klein. As a volleyball mom, I remember looking forward to our week for team snacks. But now even the generic brands are expensive. And while career politicians are busy pointing fingers and bickering, Wisconsin families are still suffering. That's why I'm running for state senate, to lower the cost of living, cut taxes, and get Madison back to working as a team again. Because Western Wisconsin families are tired of settling for generic brands and generic politicians.
Something big is happening at Hy-Vee. We've lowered thousands and thousands of prices on thousands and thousands of items in every aisle and in every department. Online, too. And on many of your favorite products. We've even matched prices with some of the biggest discount stores in the country. Because we get it, times are still tough. So we'll continue to work hard to bring you new lower prices on thousands of items. Things are looking different at Hy-Vee. Come see for yourself.
Arthritis, high blood pressure, breast cancer. Almost everyone has a pre-existing condition and could lose health insurance if Derek Van Orden and Washington Insiders get their way. They take money from big insurance companies, then try to strip coverage for pre-existing conditions. Van Orden and Washington Insiders don't care about you, so if you get sick, you get dropped. Time to drop Derek Van Orden and these Washington Insiders from Congress.
I'm Rebecca Cook, and I approve this message.
Did you know the Habitat Restore sells more than used furniture, fine tools, lumber, decor, and more at the Restore. Open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come shop at the Habitat Restore in La Crosse.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Well, holiday planners, listen up.
Yeah, if you're using the U.S. Postal Service for shipping, here's what you need to know. For delivery by Christmas Day in the contiguous United States, USPS recommends that packages are sent no later than December 21st. That's for Priority Mail Express service, which is faster and usually costs more.
Less expensive options like first-class mail and ground service must go out by December 18th. First-class mail must go out by December 18th, and the cutoff for ground service is going to be the 16th of December.
Yeah, well, I'm not quite ready for all this holiday talk, but
No.
It sure is starting to feel like fall out there. We got a nice temperature drop and some expected wind later this week, Greg. Let's send it over to him for the latest.
Yeah, we definitely have more like Halloween type weather even the first part of November. Now we are going to change that. And the good news with the leaf situation around here, we're kind of nearing the peak. It kind of really depends on where you're at in the area. Each valley could be kind of different. Unfortunately, further north you go with the wind that they've had with this current system, the peak is probably already passed and they're going to lose more. And in fact, we have some opportunity for wind later this week that might actually lose some leaves too. So I would get out and enjoy it here because we have some wind in the forecast for the end of the week that could get rid of some of these leaves. But we do have chilly conditions here. There's a few showers that are going to persist and they will be chilly. We're talking maybe a little mix of snow if you go far to the north. Unseasonably cool continues for Tuesday, minus a little bit less wind, more sunshine out there too. And then we start warming up Wednesday. We'll be near seasonal level. We're talking maybe the upper 50s to low 60s depending on where you're at. That's kind of where we should be for this time of year. So Wednesday should be nice and then we're going to start climbing right back up. But speaking of the showers, we still got a lot of this activity pushing south. They've had most of the showers out to the east, but I think later tonight we're going to see more of this activity persist southwest. Now, it'll be a lot of hit and miss, very light precipitation that you'll see, but you can still see some of this persist all the way down further south for about 9 to 10. So don't be surprised you might see some. Now, all this mixed precipitation up to the northeast of the area, that could rotate enough in the area to maybe present some maybe snow or rain, but I think most of the area will see just some light rain. You can see this line kind of approaching by midnight. It should continue to fall apart, but if it stays together, we might see a few more showers to La Crosse later tonight too. So the one thing with that's going to keep our temperatures up a little bit, but we still have that frost potential later tonight too. So here's your overnight lows once again. We're looking at more frost potential, not quite getting below freezing a lot of areas just because of the cloud cover. That's why we're going to see some of the frost advisories. Now tomorrow's highs, a little bit similar to what we had today, minus a little bit of the wind, less clouds, so it'll be all in all still cool for this time of year, but I don't see any precipitation, not as much clouds in the forecast. Now that's going to set up potentially some freeze conditions. We're talking temperatures getting below 28 for a lot of areas. Right now, freeze warning is out, and this is for going into Wednesday morning, not tonight, Wednesday morning. Freeze watch further southeast, given the lighter winds and less cloud cover. So the growing season definitely is going to end for all the areas. And the areas up to the north, they've already seen that. That's why they're not included in these freeze warnings that go into Wednesday morning. And then we're pretty much going to be done with it. Now, Wednesday's highs, I mentioned, we're back to seasonal, upper 50s, low 60s, light winds, good amount of sunshine, so that's the good news. Unfortunately, we're going to start changing this around come Thursday. We're going to be up to the upper 60s and 70s. Now, this doesn't take the wind, and we mentioned the wind come Thursday. This just gives you a taste of it. By noon, we're looking at maybe up to 20 miles per hour. In the afternoon, we could see gusts once again 30 to 40 out of the south. So that's why I mentioned about the leaves. We're going to see those temperatures turn around, and they're going to stay that warm as we look at the extended forecast. We're looking at 70s Friday and beyond. That small rain chance this weekend, but we still continue with those 70s through early next week. So we're going to climb right back up and be warm. But the big thing about Thursday, Friday, if you want to see the leaves, that's probably a good time to get before Thursday and Friday because we're going to lose probably a bunch more with the wind out there. But it's going to be chilly for the next couple days. But our 70s are coming back.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Life outside Earth.
A NASA spacecraft heads to one of Jupiter's moons to explore the possibility.
The Outdoor Recreation Alliance is set to soon open more than 250 acres of new trails tomorrow. On News 8 Now this morning, we'll hear from them about their upcoming kickoff event.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
I've met so many people in western Wisconsin looking for a change. We need fresh ideas to tackle the issues families are facing every day. Inflation, healthcare costs, tax relief. In November, vote for someone putting in the legwork to find solutions. Vote Ryan Hipsch for Assembly.
I'm Mike Rowe. And this is the most honest commercial you're going to see all week.
Today, we're waterproofing a basement.
How long do you think this problem has been a problem?
Well, actually, the homeowner told us that she's lived here for 42 years, and when they first moved in, they had water issues.
Yeah.
That is like your telltale sign of like, hey, I'm having an issue, and that's when people should call.
Get a free and honest inspection with Innovative Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
As president, I will be laser focused on creating opportunities for the middle class that advance their economic security, stability, and dignity.
Harris will lower the cost of living and cut taxes for middle-class families.
Because I strongly believe when the middle class is strong, America is strong.
Kamala Harris for president. The United Associations Union Plumbers and Pipe Fitters vote pack is responsible for the content of this ad.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for over 6 decades. Toyland is now open, and we have unbeatable celebration savings throughout the store. Like 4 packs of Hot Wheels monster trucks, just $12.99. 1-pound bags of Dots Homestyle snacks, $5.99 each. Rewards members save an extra $1. Plus, donate a new unwrapped toy to Kids Helping Kids, and we'll match donations up to $250,000. Don't miss Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland celebration, going on now.
Steve Doyle says,
I'm working for you.
Unless, of course, you're a senior on fixed income or middle-class family. Steve Doyle voted against bipartisan tax relief to help you with rising costs. Steve Doyle, playing political games, not working for us.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
NASA launched a mission today that will give us an idea about the possibility of life beyond Earth.
That's the Europa Clipper behind me, right over there, at the start of a 1.8 billion mile journey to Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. NASA says it's one of the most promising places to look for habitable conditions in our solar system. When the spacecraft arrives, which won't be until 2030, 9 different instruments and a gravity experiment will study the ice-covered moon.
But the scientific payoff is pretty dramatic. They know there is an ocean under the frozen crust of this moon, Europa. They can tell that by a variety of remote means. They're hoping to find out with this mission, is that environment habitable? In other words, are the conditions there that could enable microbial life, perhaps, to have formed and even be there today?
Europa Clipper is the largest spacecraft NASA has ever developed for a planetary mission. When the antennas and solar arrays are fully deployed, it's about the size of a basketball court. Europa, the moon, is slightly smaller than Earth's moon, but is surrounded by dangerous levels of radiation. So to limit exposure, the Clipper will orbit around Jupiter and make 49 flybys of the moon, one every 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay, so I guess we have 6 years to find out what they find.
Which doesn't sound like that too far away, which is crazy. I mean, just the quickness, like how rapidly the science is developing or something.
Yeah, this is quicker than normal probably, than what it would take. Yeah. Okay, we'll have another look at tonight's forecast after the break.
Park Bank is working in your best interest, and we have something interesting for you.
There's a lot of interest in our money market accounts at 2.42% APY.
Interested? Contact us at Park Bank. Member FDIC.
Asher Laston Exteriors is committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's window and door replacement experts. Our superior quality, energy-saving windows and doors from the trusted brand of Renewal by Andersen are skillfully installed by certified technicians and backed by some of the strongest transferable warranties available. Save up to 22% with 0 down and no interest or payments for up to 18 months with Renewal by Andersen Windows and Doors. Brought to you by Asher Lasting Exteriors.
Billionaire banker Eric Hovde has a plan for Social Security.
Do you favor either raising the retirement age or cutting benefits? I favor both.
Raising the retirement age?
You have to start changing the retirement age.
Hovde wants to raise the retirement age as high as 72. And Hovde just proposed cutting Social Security by 28%, costing the average beneficiary more than $6,000 a year. Eric Hovde, what's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Your journey to wellness begins at Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where excellence in orthopedic care is a reality. From initial consultation to post-operative recovery, every step of the way is tailored to you. The numerous awards for orthopedic services are a testament to our entire team's skill and dedication. Your path to wellness is paved with our unwavering support and expertise. Trust us for a brighter, more active tomorrow. Vernon Memorial Healthcare.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar.
Join the Scouts Saturday, October 19th for a magical day filled with treats and enchanting activities at their non-scary trick-or-treat trail. This event is great for the whole family with fun activities to experience. The Friends of Onalaska Library Book Sale takes place October 17th through the 19th at the Onalaska Public Library. Thousands of books, DVDs, CDs, and magazines, most $1 or under.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
I served in the United States Navy to protect and honor my country, so it makes me sick to know it. But our Congressman, Derek Van Orden, participated in January 6th, the deadly Capitol attack where 140 police officers were injured and 5 ultimately died. Van Orden was there. Then he lied about it until social media posts proved Van Orden was there. As rioters attacked it, he dishonored our country. Derek Van Orden doesn't belong in Congress.
VoteVets is responsible for the content of this advertising.
There's been a lot of interest these days. Savers, it's your turn. Let us pique your interest at Park Bank with 4.89 APY on one-year CDs. Interested? Contact us at Park Bank. Member FDIC.
All right, we still might see a few showers tonight later on, especially further north and east. If you go to Eau Claire, there'd be some chilly showers, temperatures in the 30s. Minus that, we're going to see temperatures continue chilly. So the warm-up is later this week.
We keep flip-flopping every single week. Thanks for joining us at 5.
We'll see you at 6.